Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, live tonight here, Homestead Miami Speedway. That's right, we're here for the WCIparts.com Truck Series Live Championship Wednesday here. That's right, because we're crowning a champ tonight here. Season finale for these boys for the Sim500. And we got 4 drivers out here that are going to do some bad, fast stuff around a hot here track at Homestead, Florida. They're in the middle of qualifying. Well, I'm Joe White up here in the booth, and I'm accompanied by the man, hey, everybody knows him by Gerald West or Jay Weezy. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Joe, man. It's good to be here for Sim500.com's league, man. They're going to be crowning the champ tonight, so they're going to be laying it out there on the line, and I'll be glad to witness this one.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 drivers pretty much makes our job easy, and all the fans out there's job easy, as the fact of, well, guess what? Whoever finishes in front of who wins. We'll keep you updated throughout the race. Other chase drivers, we know the number 41, the 2, the 20, and the 14. So folks, go ahead and get your pens, papers, and calculators, and whatever you got to do. Get your fingers and toes out if you got to. And take the numbers down and keep those in mind. Some good favorites. I'll tell you, it's a good group of guys. Well, 28 trucks out here, Gerald. Wow, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there that's competing here with these guys, so they must have a lot of good things going on, man, and I wouldn't mind running with them if I had the time. You know, good racing is hard to find, and these guys, I've been watching them here in practice, and they show a lot of respect to each other, and they all pretty fast is what I'm noticing. A lot of fast guys out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing I'm seeing, definitely a lot of fast guys. Sim500 League, anybody not familiar with it, well, you can definitely check them out on Monday nights. They have an awesome league, and they do the Monday Night Money Series there for that one, the Xfinity cars. Then in the middle of the chase, but tonight we got Championship Wednesday here, Sim500. WCIparts.com Truck Series here live at Homestead. We're about to kick this thing off. Like I say, in the middle of qualifying, the man on point right now, Mike Ramos. Looks like he's up there on the top grid so far. Might be trying to hang on to this thing.
Yeah, Joe, but there's only 4 guys that's got the option to take home that trophy tonight, and that's the 41, the 2, the 20, and the 14. So keep an eye on those 4 trucks as they're going to be battling it out tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you're right. Got a lot of trucks out here, though, man. About to do some awesome things. We're getting geared up here. Hope everybody else out there in the viewer world is getting geared up. I want to appreciate the guys here at Sim500 letting myself here at OSR Network cover this action. Want to also throw a shout out to Joe Hudson. Definitely want to. The man has done great things for the sponsorship here, along with WCIparts.com for the sponsorship and the adminning here at this series for the Sim500 Truck Series. Awesome to see, and hopefully he does well. As we can see, old Joe's down there in the admin room right now, and he's going to be working all night long to make sure this race is called well and called good.
It's definitely going to be called good here at OSR Network with Joe White in the booth, that's for sure, because Joe White's one of the best in the business, and I'm glad to be here with you, Joe. I mean, it's a pleasure to be up here in the OSR Network booth here, and I appreciate the guys at Sim500.com for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Well, yeah, like all the compliments out there, I kind of stay humble about it, you know, because it's all about the viewers, all about the fans, all about the drivers, and all about the leagues out there that we put on. It's definitely been enjoyable. Got a few things out here to show. And I see old Waylon out there. Tim's out there in the chat already chatting it up. A lot of people in there. It looks like qualifying is about to get out of the way, so to speak. And it looks like Mike Ramos is still going to hold on to that top spot up there. But the nearest chase driver, E.J. O'Rourke. And then you've got Joey Katina is sitting there in 9th place, EJ sitting in 6th. So there's 2 of the top chase drivers in the top 10. You have to go outside the top 10, which is Chad Coleman, before you find the next one.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him starting in 6th spot for the first guy. You know, that shows right there how fast these guys really are out there on the track. I mean, for one of the chase contenders to start 6th or worse, I mean, that just goes to show you how competitive this series is here at Sim500.
It is, and if anybody's been watching the Monday night stuff, it's definitely very competitive out there on that end. You know, you see Kyle Taraska, Malik Ray out there, and tonight, well, we've got 29 of some awesome bad, as I always said, some bad fast drivers and some bad fast trucks on a bad fast track. And they're about to get done here as qualifying is getting set the underway. We got 22 of them who posted some times. And those times are very close between the top 2. What was it? 30.604 to a 30.610. And you go to the third place man, it was in a .76.
Yeah, it's very competitive. I mean, the top 12 or top 13 is in the 7s, 6s and 7s here. And, you know, just a reminder to everybody watching, these guys, they have no fast fixes out there, so they better be patient or they might find themselves in the pits like I was Monday.
Yeah, there's a heartbreaker there. And actually last night, too, in the truck series, hate to see you, man, got involved in a little accident. But, you know, you spoke of no fast fix, and there's several leagues that I call that actually don't have fast fix. And I'm starting to see that be a norm here, which I kind of like. I know as a driver it's very, very frustrating, but I have run in a league when I was doing a lot of league racing and ran in one that didn't, and I still very much liked it because it actually makes you think when you're out there driving.
Yeah, you got to be very careful, and I'm a big fan of that too, Joe. I mean, only time I don't like it is when I need a fast fix, you know. So it keeps the guys on their toes, keeps them looking out the front windshield and the mirror to make sure that they keep all the fenders and doors and everything straight on the car or truck they're driving. So, you know, so look to see these guys being patient out there, but they're definitely going to be competitive because there's a lot of drivers here tonight as they're getting ready to grid here. I can't wait, Joe. What about you?
Absolutely. I definitely can't wait. It's going to be some awesome things here to see. You're right. We're gridding this thing up here. So, as always, let's go ahead and go, man, down here and get our grid in order for tonight. Because the man on point, Mike Ramos right there, putting it on pole. Steve Minson, hope I said that right, sitting in second. Third place man, Justin Fuller right there. Fourth place, Brian Daly. And on fifth place, JR Barbarium. I know I probably tore that one apart, but he's from Brazil, so maybe we'll get up with him later on and find out there. Sitting in fifth. Sixth place, there's our first chase contender. EJ O'Rourke starting sixth. Seventh place, Pedro Mega. We know that man there. Eighth place, Jimmy North there. And the ninth place man, Joey Katina. That's the second one there for the chase. Joe Hudson rounds out the top 10s. We look through the rest of this field. Wow, like you said it, man, it's star-studded. Got 29 and some awesome drivers. Wow, that's a huge field out here. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and this track too. I mean, Homestead Miami, it puts on a great show every time we're here, Joe. I mean, these guys are going to be out there on that 1.5 miles, and they're going to have to keep an eye on that throttle. They can't hold it to the floor. They'll be in the wall. They got to keep their eyes on their fuel gauge also, and their tire wear. You know, and
Yep.
We'll see how the pit strategy and all that goes down as this race starts to move forward.
Yep, eye on the prize, and the 4 drivers tonight, definitely. EJ O'Rourke, Kelly, Coleman, and Katina. They're all 4 right there vying to be the champion here for the WCIparts.com Truck Series tonight here at Homestead. Wow, can you feel it? Excitement, championship night. Gerald, what's it like, man? You've won a championship. It's awesome. I've won one in a roadside before. It's awesome when you know you have that opportunity going, but the nerves can definitely be there.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, the best lap is the last lap when you know you're going to take home that trophy for sure. But all the rest of the laps, the pressure's on to keep the car on the track and keep your position there. But there ain't nothing better than that last lap when you come across that checkered flag there.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% right there. Nothing better and nothing finer, man, to know than when you come across and you are the champ here tonight. So here we go. Pace car is rolling these bad, fast machines around here. I'm kind of getting excited, man, to do it. I'm either excited or cold. One, little chills as always. You know, that's something else. As many times I've done this and many times everybody talk about, Joe, you know what you're doing. Sound like you know what you're doing anyways. I still get excited and nervous up here as the pace car is coming out of turn number 4 and going to set these guys loose. Here we go, folks. There you go, side by side. We're going to ride with the man, just Mike Fuller in the back there, and we're going to see what he actually shows. As in the back, green flag in the air. Gerald, we're off racing here. We got 107 laps around this track at Homestead.
Yeah, it's a long ways to go for the checkered flag here, so these guys got to keep it patient. As they're too wide, they're going to start to get single file here, and we'll start to see the groove come in. The track will start turning black there where all these trucks are running, and we'll see how it turns out here. But that was a great start there by the 69 of Mike Ramos as he carried out. But right on his back bumper there is the 51 of Justin Fuller. I mean, he's really putting the pressure on him. And then they start to get too wide there back as they go back further in the field.
Absolutely. EJ O'Rourke right there running in the 6th spot. We go back in the back here as we'll take it back here again. Keep you up to date with all the drivers, and that's why we use the split screen thing here. Definitely keep you what's going on up front. EJ O'Rourke right there got a good battle with a 48 machine. But back in the back, Mike Kelly, we're kind of keeping an eye on where he is because he's the other chase driver. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the number 2 machine there. That would be Kelly. He's back in the back, and I'm going to tell you what, it is a storm of a mess back there. 2x2 racing. A lot of good trucks back there just storming around this track.
Yeah, but they're doing a great job considering there's 28 trucks out there, man, at Homestead Miami. So hats off to these guys for putting on a great show already, man, because usually you'll see a caution here in the first 10 laps, but it don't look like we're going to see one as these guys are coming 3 wide across the start-finish line about middle of the pack. They're 2 wide going into 1 now. So they got that sorted out, and they're single file up front. But 69, he's maintaining that lead as the 51 is still putting the pressure on him.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, that's Joey Katina right there running in 8th place spot. Had his hands full for a little bit as them boys were right, like you just said, they were all spread in there. about 2 wide, 3 wide coming around here. That's just how important it is. Right now up front, Joe Hudson. Well, we were talking about him, want to appreciate him, and definitely shout out to that man, Joe Hudson, up front here, who is putting on the admin and helping with the sponsor here for the WCI parts. We got a truck up in the wall. Not sure what number that was right off.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. There's so many trucks out there right now, but it looks like he managed to keep it together as the yellow flag didn't come out. But these guys is really putting on a show
42.
so far. It's understandable that they're going to get into the wall when there's so many trucks. Every now and then you're going to have a little hiccup here. You might have somebody on your inside, or you might have a little small mistake hitting one of your marks, causes you to scrape the wall there. But these guys kept it under control, and we're still green flag.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, in the back of the pack back there, there's definitely a slew of cars. Pedro Mega right there. He's in the 48 machine. He's way back here in the back. He's actually back in 4th place right now, looking good. He's got that 48, and he goes up underneath the man right there, Brian. He's going to try to take that spot away as they'll go door to door.
Yeah, they're door to door going through 1 and 2, and I have a feeling that high line might come in here a little bit later as it's going to keep up the momentum there for the 65 there as he took the lead there in front of the 48.
Yeah, he did. Boy, I'll tell you what, right now, Mike Ramos right there, like you said, took the lead away from the man up front, though. And I apologize, Joe Hudson. I had my list off. Joe Hudson actually is running in the 8th place spot. The man out front, Mike Ramos, in the 69, still up there. But he's got Justin Fuller pulling up on the back end of him really quick as we're watching a mess of trucks on the other side in the back there. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but up front, the 2 leaders are battling. But on the back side back there, we got a bunch of trucks. Man, it's just like a cluster, like a traffic jam on 85.
Yeah, and they're doing a phenomenal job, though, Joe, here at Homestead. I mean, there's a lot of great racing that goes on at Homestead, and this is one of them. It's a pleasure to be here and watching these guys here at Sim500, and good luck to the 4 drivers here that are racing for the championship, as they're going to need it considering they have no fast repair and so many trucks out there. But they're doing a great job, no caution yet, and I doubt we'll see too many, so it's going to come down to pit strategy and tire wear.
Yeah, I've got a battle up front for the lead. The 51 goes on the inside. He'll take him side by side coming out of the turn. Close to the wall right there, but they're gonna duke it out coming down into the turn number 3. Looks like, man, that man, the 51, is going to have that position over him. Justin Fuller takes that spot. Now, just to give you an update on the top man in the chase, E.J. O'Rourke is still sitting in 6th spot right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, Gerald, Mike Kelly is in 8th. Joey Gattina is 9th. And I believe that is 3 of the 4 chase guys in the top 10.
Yeah, and the 20 there of Chad Coleman, he's running in 12th, so he's starting to make his way up. He's staying close to that top 10. But the 51 of Justin Fuller, the 69 of Mike Ramos, they're really pushing it hard out there up front, as well as the 65 of Byron Daly and the 48 of Pedro Mega. I mean, they're really racing hard up front, but they got a group of guys behind them that are just really racing nice and clean and hard out there. So this is exciting, Joe.
Well, you know, that's the thing too I like about what the new features that we brought about here at OSR Network, because it doesn't let the viewers miss, that is, most of the action going on out there, as they can see right now what's happening in that middle pack. As we're watching up front, E.J. O'Rourke, who is sitting in 6th, but behind him, like I just said before, it's like, man, I guess New York City traffic jam.
Absolutely, definitely a New York City traffic jam is what it looks like. Yeah, and I think the 41 is the leader of that pack, and he's got the 12 right behind him. And that's actually the race that I was watching, is that pack back there, man, because those top 4 guys checked out a little bit, and it's getting a little racy there behind them. And the 41, the 2 are pretty close to each other. This is looking very interesting as far as the Chase Championship goes.
Yeah, it is. You talk about the Chase, and right now E.J. O'Rourke's got that thing on lockdown if it was the end here tonight. Because it's pretty much simple, folks. Whoever finishes in front of who? Well, guess what? they're the champ. Hey, that's pretty much, that's what you got to do. That eye on the prize here to be the champ. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm watching the 68 truck. He's right there battling along with the 7 machine right there. Stefan. I'm going to say it's Stefan. How you pronounce that one. If I messed it up, I apologize to him. But right now, Scott, when the first time I saw his name, Gerald, I saw it and I went, Scott Smiley. And then I looked at it again and went, whoops, wait a minute. It's Simley. My bad. So, but I said, you know what? He must be smiling because he's sitting right now up front. Right now he's in 9th. He's got to be smiling. I want to tell you what, the Tonka truck almost took the back end of the 12 machine out.
Absolutely. That's exactly where I'm watching right now is they're 2x2. The Tonka truck being on the inside of that first row there, and the 41 and the 2 is right there. That Tonka truck is one of the chase contenders. So he better be careful here with these guys pushing up on that back deck lid. He's only separated by the 12, and then you got the next chase contender right in front of him. So there's only one truck separating them.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the thing. You know, you're talking about, that's Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly's one of the chase contenders here. Yeah, New York and traffic jam in Miami. I guess you could say the same. Why not? Well, right now it's a good one. You know, that number 2 machine at the Tonka machine looking good there. Now, Scott Simley, he's in between him and Joe Hudson and E.J. O'Rourke. So, folks, right there you go. That's how close it is for the run in here for the championship, because E.J. O'Rourke, E.J. O'Rourke, Mike Kelly, and let me see if I can find the other one there, which was Chad Coleman and Joey Katina. They are all right there. You know, EJ's 6th, Mike's 9th. Let's see, Chad's 12th, Joey is 13th. That's all the 4 chase drivers.
Yeah, they're all very, very close together here so far, but it's the guy that's out front that's going to prevail. So you want to be the first guy of those 4 guys here, and they're really trying hard to get to the front. I doubt they got anything for the 51 as this run goes on, but the 51 is really putting it out there now, Joe. Justin Fuller, he's from New York, but he ain't in that traffic jam.
Absolutely not, man. Up front's looking good. Justin Fuller hadn't really talked much, but he's got about a half-second lead right now over Mike Ramos, because we was watching this battle going on back here, and that's the thing. I love watching battles on the track. I try to find some of the most interesting battles I possibly can, but again, that's the power of what we have here, and the power of what we can do is, guess what? We can watch that man up front, Justin Fuller, because he is our leader here, and he's got his hands full. Well, not quite have his hands full with the man in second place, Mike Ramos. But I tell you what, Gerald, we can concentrate and watch this battle going on back here in the back that we've been watching with all these trucks, and then boom, just like that, we can watch the first and second place man up front, Justin Fuller and Mike Ramos.
Absolutely, Joe. I mean, you really got your stuff together in this fancy booth you got. I mean, I don't know what to do with all this equipment. So I just kind of sit here and hold my pop. But
look,
I'm definitely
slap your hand. Don't mash that button.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the 2 of Mike Kelly and the 68 of Scott Simley right now. They're really duking it out, man. They're trading positions back and forth, but they're actually slowing up a little bit, allowing the 1 of Malik Ray and the 7 of Stefan Marinick to catch up. So they're going to have to sort it out and get single file so they can start to create some distance. But the 2 would be the one that would want to prevail in front, so that he can get out of that and start to walk down the 12 there of Joe Hudson, which Joe Hudson's not in the chase, but he did do a lot of good for this league, and we really do appreciate the things like that, those good guys like Joe Hudson, man.
Oh, absolutely. Joe Hudson, WCIparts.com also for the sponsorship. And boy, I'll tell you what, they are still side by side right there. Like you said, duking it out, the Tonka machine on the inside there of the man of Scott Simley. They are definitely still side by side behind him. And that's Stefan. You said it, Stefan. He's right there. Malik Ray. I know that name. Keep him in your eyes right there in that Toyota machine. Well, Mike Kelly, he's got wet paint on the back of his truck. Well, right now, I don't know if he might be running fast enough to blow the paint off of that thing.
Absolutely, Joe. I mean, these guys are really flying. The 2 and the 68, man, are still battling it out for that spot. I mean, they're not giving each other an inch. And it looks like the 68 has got the lead for now, and then you see the 2 come right back past, and then the 68's back in there, and then it's the 2. But now the 68's done took that lead, and then you got the 1 of Malik Ray right behind him. And Malik Ray, he's well known around the iRacing community. I've raced with him a bunch of times, man. He's a great driver, and all these guys are phenomenal.
Absolutely. Well, we're here live tonight, folks, here Homestead, Miami, for the Sim500 WCIparts.com Truck Series Championship Wednesday. 4 drivers tonight are going to vie to be the champion. We're crowning one here tonight. You got it, EJ O'Rourke, Mike Kelly, Chad Coleman, Joey Katina. They're the 4 drivers right now. Definitely awesome. Joe, read my... I'm trying to read, man. Awesome. Appreciate it, John, as always. But like I said, we're here, Homestead, Miami, man, getting this thing done around here with the trucks. And there's been a good battle back here between the 2 trucks. And now you see Malik Ray in that mix. I got a feeling now, you've run here before, Joe, Gerald, excuse me. You've run here before. What's the trucks feel like over time when the tire wear starts to go away?
Well, there's in 1 and 2, you're going to get a little bit more throttle than in 3 and 4. And 3 and 4 is a little bit of off time on the throttle. You're definitely not full throttle around this track. You're going to let off a lot going in, let it roll. You kind of want to keep it towards the bottom to the middle. Some cars you're going to run up high, but you know, you got a track temperature of 81 degrees, so you're going to get a lot of your grip around the middle ways, which we've seen a lot lately. As far as we've been doing these broadcasts here at Homestead, these guys have been running a lot in the middle, but usually you can get a lot of grip here, but with this track temp being at 81, there's a lot of off throttle time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna split this up in a second because we still got an awesome battle going on in the middle of the field, but we got one brewing for the 2nd place. That's old Brian Daly right there. He is on the outside there, the man of Mike Rummus, and he has taken that spot away from him. So we're watching it from the Blimpy cam. Everybody loves Blimpy. I know John likes the Blimpy cam. What's going on, Renee? How you doing? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here, Joe. I'm just watching this great battle going on. I mean, I don't know what to say right now.
Yeah.
I really don't. I was thinking about pit strategy because these guys are 28 laps in on this run, and I'm not sure how many laps they can get on a fuel run here.
Yeah, that's something I didn't really ask what the fuel window normally is here on these trucks tonight. And folks, or anybody knows, yeah, I'm kind of new to this league here, the Sim500. I appreciate them let myself here at OSR Network. I appreciate obviously Gerald coming up here in the booth with me calling the races. This has been fun, man. As y'all have heard him over there at ExtremeMotorsports99.com on the Wednesday nights with me in the booth. And look at a 3-wide battle there with a 24. And that's Scott right there, Chad Coleman also in that mix, and Scott Simley. Well, Chad Coleman's got to be very careful. He don't want to end his hopes for a title this quick.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys are going to want to come in, but they don't want to be the first ones to come in because the caution might come out from one of these guys trying to make it down the access road. So it's going to be interesting to see when the leaders come in. And our chase drivers are doing really well out there, Joe. You know, EJ, he's managed to stay up there in 6th, and we got a lot like Malik and Mike Kelly and all those guys. They're really running well. But right now, it looks like EJ O'Rourke.
EJ O'Rourke is the man on point right now. As still Justin Fuller, well, he's checking out. 2.2 second lead up front, folks. Looking very good. Got Brian Daly trying to run him down. Now, the one guy I've been really noticing, though, been kind of dropping off the pace, unfortunately, Joey Katina. He's dropped down to 15th place. He was up there in the top 10 early on. Don't know if maybe the tire wear is just starting to mess with him a little bit. We'll have to see us later on. You know, if it ended, obviously EJ is sitting in the catbird seat, so to speak, to bring home the title. And they understand that, but he can't breathe too easily yet. Mike Kelly is right there still. Chad Coleman still. Joey's still in the mix also.
Yeah, and it looks like some guys are starting to make their way down pit road. So it looks like it's around 30 to 35 laps here on fuel. And I'm just interested to see if he's coming in because the tires are bad or if he's just out of fuel.
Okay. Well, definitely could be something very interesting to keep an eye on, as always. But right now, it's a good battle. I mean, that man up front there, Justin Fuller, well, he's got a lock on here. He's been able to get up front there with that number 51 machine and stay out front, folks. It's been a good one so far. We're at lap 33 of 107. This thing is ticking by pretty quick here. Awesome championship night here. And as always, I want to appreciate these guys over at the Sim500 League for letting me call this race here, because we're live tonight here for the Sim500 WCIparts.com Truck Series from Homestead Speedway here tonight. That's Miami too, and we got 4 drivers that are going to be vying for a championship. It's going to be interesting. And myself up here in the booth, everybody knows who I am. Well, Gerald West, hey, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Jerry West, and you know what I do. Y'all see me every now and then, and I ain't very good at this broadcasting stuff, but I tell you one thing I say, and I'm going to say it here. It looks like the 51 of Justin Fuller has done gap-ties the 65 of Byron Daly.
Absolutely has. He's definitely been able to go out there. Now, you're right. We're seeing some definitely a green flag stop. Pedro Omega has taken one. Brian Workman, just to name a few. It looks like a few other ones are out there trying. I think Joey Catina's actually coming in. Maybe Chad Coleman has another one actually coming in for their pit stop. So green flag pit stops here. So that gives us an idea. It looks like they could take it, what, to maybe lap 32, 35. So your calculations, Gerald, what we're looking at. So we're actually looking at maybe one more stop if it goes green.
Yeah, it'll be a 3-stop race. So if they do one now, they'll have 2 more. And it's going to be interesting about this 51. He's staying out for now. No telling when he's going to come in. But if here he comes now down pit road. But if he was to stay out too long, it would have gave that 65 or those other guys that short pitted an advantage there, and they would have caught up to him. So hats off to him for staying on top of his game and making his way down pit road.
Yep,
hopefully
absolutely.
He don't get a speeding penalty.
No, and it looks really good right now. You're right. There comes the 51. He brings a slew of trucks in with him, and that's going to cycle us around here pretty good. Now the man that stayed out, Brian Daly, he stayed out right now. I think, though, he's going to have to come in here the next time, by or whatnot. So, hey, folks, let me know, man, how everything looks, sounds to y'all out there, how the racing looks and sounds. And, because, again, man, I want to appreciate these guys letting us, because we're live here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live here tonight. Jimmy North, almost imagine it was, yeah, just about like I did with the Scott Smiley. Yeah, I said Scott Smiley the first time I looked at it real quick, Scott Simley. But, Justin Fuller, the man who was out dominating, comes out in 11th. Now, he should cycle around. The thing about it is, though, Malik Ray, he's going to be right there. So is Pedro Omega. It's going to be right there near him.
Yeah, it's going to be tight after this pit stop cycles through to see how much time people lost there on that access road, because you got to be very careful on that access road when your tires are that hot. You run 35 to 37 laps or so on them tires, so when you come down that access road, it gets really tricky, and you got to really stay in a higher gear. If you get down into a lower gear, it'll swing around on you. So, and you got to be very careful with your speed, but you want to go fast. You don't want to lose too much time, so you got to get all you can get without spinning out, which a lot of these guys did, and they did a great job as the pit stops are cycling through. Everybody did a great job getting on pit row, and I don't think anybody got a penalty there, did they?
Not that I know of, they didn't. Let the green flag pit stop cycle through. We'll definitely get you the OSR Network rundown order here, as these guys, men, are now, like I say, I think it's cycling through, and like I said, Justin Fuller's probably going to be the man back on point when it does. Steve Minson is up front. Actually, old Scott right there, he's just taking his pit stop. So I think Justin Fuller's going to take this thing back on point up front as soon as it cycles around. Going to put Pedro Omega in second. Malik Ray's going to be in third. Yeah, they're cycling fast now. Brian Daly, another one's going to be up there. E.J. O'Rourke's going to get a Chad Coleman. Mike Kelly right there. That's 3 chase contenders nose to tail. Boy, it's going to come down to the end of this one.
Yeah, the 96 of Stevie Minson, he stayed out a long time there, and I don't know if he was doing it for points or not. I doubt it, since he's not in the chase. It's something to do with his pit strategy. Maybe he wanted to do a long run so he could get short runs in here and gain some speed on these next stops, next cycle when he comes in. So, 66 laps to go, Joe?
66 to go. You're absolutely right. Well, they asked for it. Let's see if we can give it to them here. It's the OSR Network rundown order, and we'll just do it in a split screen style for them so they can see what's happening in the back. But out front, that man cycled back around the 51 machine of Justin Fuller out front. Second place, Pedro Mega in that 48 machine. Looking good, he's right there in second so far. Third place man, Malik Ray, we've been talking about him there. As he came from 23rd, he's sitting in third right now. Fourth place man, Brian Daly, started fourth, currently sitting in fourth place. Right behind him, E.J. O'Rourke, that's our first man in the chase right there. So if he stays in that spot, well, there's your champ. Don't want to give it to him yet, though, because anything can happen. Currently, he's running in fifth. Sixth place, Chad Coleman, and that's why we say that, because Chad Coleman's another chase contender, and he's right there on the heels of him, currently in sixth. But then again, you got seventh place man, the Tonka truck man out there. Well, that's Mike Kelly. And Mike Kelly, well, again, here's another one of the chase contenders. So, 3 in a row right there is all chase contenders, and anything can happen. And he's currently running in seventh. Eighth place man, Mike Ramos right there. Started on pole here tonight, currently sitting running 8. Ninth place, you got Stefan. I'm going to say Stefan. Hopefully that's right there, currently sitting in 9th. 10th place man, Scott Simley, excuse me. In that old Rockford Falls Gate machine. Looking good out there, starting in 10th. 11th place, Joe Hudson. That's another one with the WCIparts.com machine out there. Definitely want to give him a good honor praise tonight for the sponsorship here. Right behind him, 12th place man, Steve Minson. He's looking good in the 12th place. 13th, I got Chris right there in the 14th, and actually just changed spots. JR sitting in the 15th spot. 14th will be Scott Formosa. And in the 17th is Joey Katina, as he's in a battle with Scott Stencil right there in the 16th spot. The 18th is the Jimmy North in that 84 machine. I was about to say 48, but you flip it around, it's actually 84 sitting in the 18th. 19th place, Michael right there. Good looking in the Bad Boys truck. Awesome Bad Boy welding truck. Nice looking machine there that he's got currently 19th. 20th place, Lewis. He's looking good. That's no counts, man. We're not talking about Louis, but that's Lewis out there in the 20th. 21st though, Jonathan Cottle. I've heard that name before. Man out there. Actually, I know who that is. That's the man from Steel Horse TV, Jonathan Cottle. Well, we know he can race very hard. Awesome to see him out here run here tonight. That's cool right there. 22nd spot behind him, Jeremy Pate. He's in 22nd. 23rd, Billy Hargrove, definitely a name we're familiar with there. 24th, 25th right now showing Brian Wortman, and the 24th they swapped spots on us there as Don Roberts, and back in the 25th went back to Brian again, but the 26th is Doug Simmons. He's looking good in his Pro Systems machine. 27th spot, Jonathan Lockhart. 27th right now, he's running good. And the 28th spot, Glenn Campbell back there, just trying to get up through the front in that machine he's got. 29th spot, Milt. He's looking good also in that monster machine, number 85 in the 29th spot. And then that rounds us back up to the top man right here. Justin Fuller is the man still out front here, trucking along, trying to keep this thing. And wow, that was a handful of trucks, too. A lot of good-looking paint jobs out there. I tell you, awesome.
Absolutely, Joe. Get you a drink. That was a long rundown. It was 29 trucks, buddy. And, you did a great job. And those paint schemes are awesome to look at, man. Especially that Bad Boys welding truck out there, man. I really like that. I'm a welding inspector, so I really like the welding paint scheme. And another thing I'd like to point out, man, is the 41, the 2, and the 20, man. Right now, the 20's leading the 2 and the 41. And they're right in the line there, running 5th, 6th, and 7th. And they're really putting on a show, and they're fighting for that championship trophy as these laps start to wind down.
Yeah, and that's the thing we got to look at. They're all fighting right there. Chad Coleman, he's looking on the outside. He's got that spot right now. And before, we were talking about E.J. O'Rourke was up there, but Chad Coleman has turned the wick up here. Now he would be the man. We were talking about it earlier, Gerald, just how quick it is, but don't count it out. The Tonka man himself's looking on the inside. I got a feeling we're going to see this the rest of the day. And you're right, John, I follow Steel Horse TV on Twitch also. Oh, the man, he definitely loves his drinking beer, man, every time he turn around. So it's awesome to see that out there. And I know he's probably streaming too, so we'll give him a shout out. Steel Horse TV on Twitch. Definitely, if you want some entertainment, check that guy out over there. That's Jonathan Cottle. As always, though, but man, this battle, Gerald, between the 20 and the 2, I don't think it's done yet.
Absolutely not, man. I like that Tonka truck. That's a really cool truck, man, that Mike Kelly's running. And the 41, he's still in the race. Don't count him out. He might just be sitting back watching and waiting for them to make a mistake. But that 20 of Chad Coleman, he's managed to keep that spot. But he's got the 2 that Mike Kelly on the inside trying to take his spot away. As we know, whoever finishes first gets that championship trophy.
Absolutely. If this was the last lap, it would come out of turn 4. Right now, E.J. O'Rourke would have that spot, and it would be a battle, a dog fight, so to speak, coming to the line, and them boys would put on a show. As you're right there, Mike Kelly is taking the spot over with the Tonka machine, number 2 machine. On the 5th spot, Chad Cole right there on his back end. E.J. O'Rourke, though, is up underneath the man back there with the 41. He's got his hands full with that Stefan. As we got to look. Well, that's all chase contenders right there. Wow.
Absolutely. I've been watching this for about 10 laps now, and they've been battling back and forth. And then that 2, Mike Kelly in that Tonka truck, man, he really took control there. He got that lead. He's got the 20 of Chad right behind him. And the 41 of EJ, man, he's hanging in there, so don't count him out.
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you what, up front, though, we definitely don't want to forget about all them guys up there. They're spread out pretty good due to some green flag running, but Justin Fuller, he's got a 3.8-second lead over Malik Ray, as we're seeing it right there. And we're definitely we're watching along here as we're riding with Mike Kelly as he's still in the back. But up front, you still got Brian Daly. He's 5 seconds behind the leader. Pedro Mega right there at 6.9. Then we go back to Mike Kelly, who is in the 5th place spot. He's pulling away a little bit from Chad Coleman right there. So it's going to be interesting. Chad Coleman's got his hands full with that 7 machine of Stefan.
Yeah, and also a great job to Malik Ray in that one truck, man. I mean, he started back in the, I think, 22nd or 21st, but he's gained like 21 spots, I believe. He's really pushed it all the way up to the front, and his best thing was when he went down pit road and came back off, he gained a lot of spots there. So great job to him getting in the pits and getting back out as he's running in that 2nd place spot. But that 51 of Justin Fuller, he's really putting it on, man, making it hard for these guys as he's got that 3.7-second lead, and he ain't looking back in that mirror, because if he did, he wouldn't see nothing but a little dot.
Absolutely, and that's why, kind of showing you where most of the battles are. There's so many battles going on this track, though, up front, middle, and out back. They are spread out up the front. Most of the good battles going on is right here where we're at with E.J. O'Rourke, Chad Coleman, Stefan, man, there, Mike Kelly, Mike Ramos, and Stevie Minson. They're all right there just duking it out lap after lap.
Yeah, man, phenomenal job by the Sim500 League, man, and check them out at sim500.com, dude. I mean, these guys is putting on a great show tonight. We haven't had one caution lap, and the pace car's still full of gas, and that's a good thing. So I don't think we'll see one unless it gets really dicey down towards the end if these guys battling for this win or for this championship. But I doubt anybody would take each other out for the championship, considering how clean and how fast these guys have been running. These guys are highly talented and, like you always say, star-studded, Joe. Yeah,
absolutely, star-studded, man, out here. Definitely is one thing you definitely want to keep in mind. It's I'll tell you, we still got 29 trucks out here running. That is phenomenal, like you just said.
Yeah, man. I mean, fantastic. This is something that you race car drivers always dream of, man. Is especially me. I love the long green flag runs and the pit stops because that's where I show I shine the best. You know, a lot of guys are really fast on the short run. They tend to fall off. As we got a battle 3 wide coming off of turn 4, back behind, a couple behind the Mike Kelly, the 2. But yeah, man, those green flag runs really helped me out there, and it looks like it's starting to help some of these guys out. You know, and tire wear. You know, you got to take care of your truck and keep it good, man. You got to keep going and keep your head down.
Absolutely. You're talking about a good battle right there. Chad Coleman still got the 95 there. Steve Minson, who made that pass, but he's got his hands full with the 89. Actually, it's is that the 89? The 69, excuse me, machine of Mike Ramos, who is right behind him trying to get in the mix. As I'm watching also back here, Billy Hargrove back there in the back. First man a lap down, currently 22nd spot. He's in a good battle going on here as we're watching this battle behind the 96 machine as Chad Cole's under pressure. And old Billy Hargrove back here in the back's definitely fighting. And unfortunately, Jonathan Cottle, well, he's had a disconnect problem out there, and hate to see him having to leave.
Yeah, he could have had some mechanical failure there on the truck, or who knows what happened. But, you know, good job for him tonight. He ran great up until then. And the 89 and the 20, they battled it out. Looks like the 89 managed to get that spot there from the 20. But the guy that we're looking at right now is going to be the 2 of Mike Kelly. He's going to be trying to keep that spot there in front of the 41 the 41 of Oric, the 20 of Coleman, and the 14 of Joey, man. Great job for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now it's definitely a good battle. And a man up front still, Justin Fuller out front there. He's got a 3.2 second lead over Malik Ray. And Brian Daly is the man up there in third place. Mike Kelly has moved it up into fourth. Now, Mike Kelly, as of right now, hey, he's the man on point, and he's moving. He was in fifth, and he's chasing down those guys, laying down some good fast lap times. He's wanting that title. I mean, he's a man on a mission. Boy, look at the 20 machine pushing the 69 down the front stretch.
Yeah, the 20's on a mission, man. He wants to get ahead of that 2 of Mike Kelly, and also the 1, man, he's starting to walk down the 51 of Justin Fuller. So Malik Ray in that 1 truck is really fast out there. But you're right, man. That 20, man, he's trying to catch up to that 2 of Mike Kelly, because if the race was to end right now, Mike Kelly.
Absolutely. You're right. Mike Kelly definitely is a man, and E.J. O'Rourke is the next one behind him. He's the one who's wanting to try to catch up to him, so it'll be interesting to see if he can. There's a good battle going on back here in the back still. Chad Cole's just dropping off the pace. He's back in 10th. Let's go up here and see what old Mike Kelly's looking like as he is moving on up there a little bit.
Yeah, and it won't be long. These guys will start making their way back down pit road. So, you know, pit strategy is going to come into effect. You know, do you short pit and come down pit road before the leader, or do you stay out and come in with him, or do you come in after him? It's up to you. But the main thing is getting on and off pit road the fastest you can without spinning out. And that's going to be the hard part here, Joe, because it's not easy here at Homestead, Miami. You got to use that access road on entry and exit, not just exit. Yep,
absolutely. I'll tell you what, Malik Ray up there in the middle of some lap traffic right now, and he's up there in the second place spot as he's gaining a little bit on Justin Fuller. He's cut that thing down to 2.9 seconds, but I got a feeling here soon it's going to be very close to green flag pit stops again.
Absolutely, Joe. They've been out there for around 30 laps. So last time they came in was between 30 and 35 laps. So it's going to be up to them when they want to come. That's why I brought it up. You know, they're going to have to make their way down pit road. So they're going to have to go as fast as they can around that access road. And you see what happened with Keith Haney in that other championship race there in the Xfinity Series, which he managed to take home that championship. But he did make a mistake there, and he went across the grass, and he got to gather back up and made his way down pit road. But if a mistake like that happens to the 2 or to the 41, that opens the door for the 20 of Chad Coleman to slide right on in there. So these guys got to be very careful and very fast at the same time.
Yep, you're 100% right. Definitely got to be very fast, very careful. And, just to give you a rundown of where our chase drivers are, well, that actually would be Mike Kelly sitting in 4th right now. E.J. O'Rourke is sitting 6th. And let me see if I can find Chad Coleman in 10th. And then our last man, Joey Katina, is off the pace, unfortunately, way down in 19th. So that's your 4 drivers that you're looking at right here, vying for a championship. But that man right there, Justin Fuller, well, he's got a vice grip lock on the field here with a 2.8 second lead over Malik Ray. Now, I've watched Malik here in the last couple weeks, Gerald, on the Monday Money series over there, and well, I'll tell you what, he's done some phenomenal things in the Xfinity car. I have seen him where he's better on very long runs, so it's not uncharacteristic for him to start running this guy down.
Absolutely not, and he's been doing it slowly but surely. You know, he narrowed it down from a 4-second lead to a 2.7-second lead. But here's the thing. Last time, Joe, is where he made up all this time coming down pit road. He came from 5th, and now he's in 2nd. He made up a whole lot of time on and off pit road, and he got to where he could start to chase down that 51 of Justin Fuller, and here we are again, time for pit stops. So I look for him to be right on the back bumper of that 51 if he can make a duplication of that last pit stop. We'll see, because they're getting ready to start coming down pit road, Joe.
Yep. Pit road will be a very busy place. Yeah, we ain't forgot about y'all out there. Appreciate everybody watching in, tuning into this one, because it's been a good one so far. 37 laps to go here. Sim500 WCIparts.com Truck Series. And we definitely want to give a shout out to the Joe Hudson himself, the man who has put on this series for him, and is proud to give the sponsorship of the WCIparts.com out here for him, for their truck series here at the Sim500. So definitely want to thank him and thank everyone for that. It is awesome, man, that he is definitely having that out here, and the admin ability that Joe Hudson has put out here for him on Wednesday night. It's a phenomenal job, and definitely want to appreciate the viewers out there watching this awesome race. We're crowning a champ here tonight, and you talk about it, well, yep, here we go. Green flag pit stops are about to be underway here, as the man up front watching Justin Fuller, but over here, pit road is a very, very busy place.
Absolutely. We got Malik Ray coming down pit road, and Justin Fuller, he's starting to make his way in. And yeah, man, we got to love guys like Joe Hudson. You know, I'm not a part of this league, but I appreciate him, and I appreciate everybody that's like him, man. They participate in sponsoring these iRacing leagues, man, and you can't thank them enough. Guys like Joe Hudson are great.
And that's the thing. We've talked about it time and time again, sponsorships of sim racing and sim racing in general, how it's grown as a sport and how it's grown. iRacing.com obviously growing with the sponsorship of NASCAR and all the sponsorship with the World of Outlaw, and the sponsorship with the Block Pain Series and the F1 and all that they are able to do. And I think now the McLaren is something they've been able to do here recently, and Ferrari and all, but just to name a few. And then all the sim racing things, the equipment manufacturers, I mean, just the phenomenal. And then the leagues out there, the viewers who come out here, and you know, you got to think about the major broadcast out there that get done, and then I guess the small guys like myself out here, you know, putting on a show for all the viewers and being able to do this. It's an awesome thing. Sim racing's come a long way since way back in the pole position days.
Absolutely, and I don't think it's stopping yet. I think it's just going to get bigger and better, and I'd love to be a part of that. And we're starting to see a lot more guys join the iRacing community and the Sim Racing League, and also the broadcasting side. I mean, you know, this stuff right here is really good to watch. I love watching these. It's better than TV to me. If I see OSR Network live, I'm always watching.
Well, man, I appreciate it as always here, because we're live here tonight, bringing all this action here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live. And if you like what you see, hit a thumbs up, hit a share, hit a sub first time around. If you don't like what you see, well, hey, there is a thumbs down. You can, but I got golf here. If that's what makes you men go up and down, go for it. As I always say, if this racing don't make you excited, call your doctor, because you need some help, man. If you don't get excited over this, you can fish. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, man. Guess what, Joe?
What's that?
We got a new leader. Not right now, but after these pit stops cycled through, it looked like Malik Ray made up those 3 seconds, and he also made up a little more because he's in front of the 51 of Justin Fuller, but he's got the 51 of Justin Fuller right on his tailgate, so he's going to have to put his head down and keep it going forward because the 51's not going to let off as he's on the inside coming out of 4. But the one of Malik Ray is not giving him an inch. They come across the start-finish line.
Yeah, they do. They head off into turn 1. We're getting a good perspective of what Justin Fuller sees in his front side window there. All he sees is a big Toyota symbol right there on the front of his hood because we're riding inside cockpit here. Folks, just to give you an idea of what those guys look like when they're in the intensity, in the battle, in the trenches out there here at Homestead. And like what Gerald just said, boy, he is giving. If Malik makes one little mistake, guess what? That 51's going to take it.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's really putting the pressure on, and he's used to leading because he's been out there all day, so he wants to get it back. But one thing I'd like to say is my favorite camera angle is the cockpit view. You get a good idea of the steering wheel. You get the great sound of the throttle on and off throttle. You can hear a little bit of the tires, and you can see the perspective that the drivers see. So it's my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, though, they are door to door, neck and neck between each other as they come out of the turn. It would be a drag race to the line. On that time, Malik Ray would have it in the number 1 machine. Wow, what a race up front. And this is not even drivers for the chase, folks. They're just out here wanting to win this thing here for the season finale at Homestead. What a battle right now down the back stretch as the number 1 is on the high side with the 51. Gerald, who's going to give? Who's going to have to give going into the turns?
Hey, either one's somebody's gonna have to give. They'll end up bringing out a caution here, but it looks like the 51 throws a block on the 1, which I don't blame him. He wants to stay out front, but he better be careful because Malik Ray is definitely fast on the long run as he started to run him down there at the end of that run. And also, I'd like to point out the 2 and the 41 are battling. They're not nose to tail like the 51 and the 1. And right now, the 2 of Mike Kelly is leading the chase standings here, so he would be the champion if this was the last lap, but it's not the last lap. So the 2, the 20, and the 14 still got a chance, even though the 14 of Joey Katina is running in 16th. You can't count it over until it's over, Joe.
Absolutely. Anytime can happen. Disaster could turn, man, at any possible moment here, especially it is. And you're talking about that block, man, that Justin pulled up there. Malik's going to probably file that in the back of his memory there, coming to the last lap of the last turn. If he can get back to that bumper, I call it the kick and run. But, hey, most notably, everybody knows it as the bump and run. They'll do it, even though they're running 180 mile an hour. He might say, well, you know what? You blocked me once, you blocked me twice, 3 times. Well, that's not happening. It might end up moving. And we'll have to see. Going to be interesting between these 2 cats up front because the 1 machine's right there. Malik Ray all over the back end. And you got that 51 machine out front still. Well, let's see what it is because you were talking about Mike Kelly. He's back there in the 5th place spot. Still looking good. Hey, what's up, Cahill? You said you're late. Well, you got here right in time, 26 to go.
Yeah, that 2 of Mike Kelly, man, he's holding it down in the 5th place. He's got the 41 right in 6th place. EJ O'Rourke, I mean, he is showing out right now, I'd say. Mike Kelly's doing a great job right now. So, you know, hats off to him on a phenomenal run, even though he's got 24 more laps before he can be crowned a champion. But if it was to stop right now, he would be your champ. But it's not over, like I said earlier. And back to what we were saying, you know, sim racing is getting bigger every day. And a lot of people say, you know, like John Marine would say, it's not a game, you know, it's a simulation. But what I say is it's a race. And a race is a race, and a race is not a game.
Yeah, there you go. I like racing. I'll race lawnmowers if I got to.
Absolutely, Joe. I'll race you light to light. We can race around in circles, around the house, around the yard. I don't care. But if we're racing, I'm having fun.
Well, you know what's going to happen one day is I'm going to get on one of those little ghost scooters, and I'll be out there trying to race around me in Walmart.
I'm going to pull up in that convertible for you, Joe,
Okay.
And I'm going to let you jump in, and then you can do whatever you want. Hopefully do about 16 burnouts for me.
All right, good deal. Absolutely. Well, tell you what, it's always cool, man, to watch. I'll get that back here in a minute. Well, the battle's heating up back up here up front. Malik Ray's not giving up. He is staying right there behind that popcorn machine that the 51's got out front, and he's making it hot up there on him. Well, I'll tell you what, he's right there on his tire tracks.
Yeah, and he's actually doing what I would do. I wouldn't want the 51 of Justin Fuller right on my bumper like Malik's on his. If I was the leader and I had the 51 on my bumper, I'd pull over, let him go. I'd put the pressure on him, let him burn his stuff up, you know. And like I said earlier, Malik Ray's really good on the long run. So hopefully he's got the 51 burning his tires up, and then the one will move in later on and take that position as he's looking on the inside as he's going into turn 1. As we start to see these tires are getting a little bit warm, Joe. They are on lap 13 since they pitted. Malik Ray's on lap 15, so the 51's got 3 laps fresher tires.
Absolutely. We'll tell you what, right now, though, he's on the inside. The 1 and the 51 get together. Wow. I knew that was probably going to brew.
No harm, no foul. It looked like to me he was pinching the 1 down a little bit too far. He had plenty of room to move up. He knew the 1 was there. And like I say all the time, when a guy's on your inside, he's earned that spot. If you want to run too wide around the corner, that's on you. But if it was me, I'd back off and let him have that spot because he earned it getting on the inside going in.
Yeah, right now, though, the 51 understands 20 to go, and you can tell the timber and the heat is building up front between these two. Wow, you have got to be kidding me. As these guys now, Malik Ray and that man, Justin Fuller, I got a feeling, though, just by the way they're out there racing, Justin Fuller's just not going to let Malik Ray have anything, because every time he's got near him, he's done thrown blocks. He's beaten bang in his rear, and boy, 39 almost came down into him. So it's been interesting. Now Malik's going to have to cool those tires down and get another run on him again. Yeah, and
you know, he just made contact there with that 39 truck, and he also made contact with the 1 when they was coming off 4 when they doored each other through 3 and 4 there. So I don't know if the 51 got any damage off of that. I would assume he has a little bit of aero damage, but the 1 of Malik Ray might have a little too. But like I said, Malik's really fast on the long run, considering that he's got 3 laps older tires than the 51, and he's able to stay with him and actually get on the inside of him again, try to make that pass. Hopefully he can use this lap truck here to help him out a little bit and take that lead there from the 51 of Justin Fuller.
Yeah, that's Joey Katina, man. They're about ready to try to put a lap down. As you see, Malik Ray did, pinched him, used him right there, got around him, and the 1 goes to the lead just like that right there, folks. Well, unfortunate on Joey's part, and you know, he's one of the chase contenders right there, and I don't know. As, like I said, Malik is one of those long style runners. Oh, the 51 touched the apron, and he's doing a good drift job. Wow.
Yeah, great job, man. Nice save. It looks like he's going to have to come down pit road, or
that's a penalty.
That's definitely a penalty. It might ruin his race, so he's going to go ahead and make his stop now.
Yeah, might as well, because definitely he came down through that thing shooting at about 100-some mile an hour. We saw it. He lost it. I got a feeling, I think he might have wanted to come into the pits and just didn't realize it. Caught the tires on the apron right there, and bam, you know, over with. Here's the thing. I got a feeling they're going to have to make one more pit stop. I think.
I'm not sure, Joe. Considering they ran 35 laps that one time, and they're on, Malik's on lap 20, 21, and he's got 15 to go. It's going to be very close, but I think he can run 35 laps.
Okay, good deal. Well, what's something to keep an eye on here? Definitely going to be awesome. An awesome race right now. Mike Kelly, if it ended here, folks, definitely would be the champ. But hang on to your hats, because E.J. O'Rourke is sitting in the 5th place. We're watching Mike Kelly right there in that Tonka machine. He's sitting in 4th. 5th place man, E.J. O'Rourke, he is trying everything he can do, as he's about 2.5, about 3 seconds back from the man. Hey, Tim, I appreciate you, man, joining in here, man, and watching the race as always. But he's in 5th. Pedro Mega right there in 6th. And 24, Scott Stimley, he's sitting in 7th. Chad Cole's the other chase contender, who is in 8th. He's about 5 seconds back from those gentlemen up there. Scott Simley, though, he's sitting in 9th. And Joe Hudson, the man we was talking about before with the WCIparts.com machine, he rounds out the top 10. So, wow, it's still early, even with 13 to go. Disaster could always strike. You never know. Somebody could run out of gas. Never know. So, not going to say that old Mike Kelly's got it, even though he's E.J. O'Rourke is running him down just a little bit.
Yeah, man, Mike Kelly's really doing a great job out there, and it's looking really good for him. But he does have the 41 of E.J. O'Rourke right behind him. He's about 2 seconds back, maybe 2.2. But he's there, and that's what matters. So he's definitely got a shot. And as long as he keeps his head down and keeps digging, he'll have a chance to take home this trophy. And if the 2 of Mike Kelly makes a mistake, he'll be there to capitalize.
Yes, he will. And just to give you an update on Fuller, he is still on pit road. So I think that penalty, wow, he definitely had to serve it.
Yeah, I think his crew chief made him stay in the pit there. Maybe he got mad at him and said, hey, you can't go back out on the track now.
That's right. He said, look, no, you're not going back out on nothing. Oh, we're just watching.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal save though there, and you know, I don't know if he was trying to come down pit road, but that's where he ended up, and it was definitely a penalty, and I'm sure they wasn't gonna, the race officials wasn't gonna clear it. So, you know, he made that stop, and I guess his crew chief made him stay there. So, looking like the one's got a great shot at bringing it home tonight, and he's only got the 65 of Byron Daly behind him, and he's about 5 seconds away, but with 10 to go. He's going to have to make a big mistake for that 65 to catch him, but it's looking really good for that 2 of Mike Kelly, man.
Yeah, Mike Kelly still running in the 4th place spot, hanging on to it. He's got about a 1.9 second lead over E.J. O'Rourke, who is sitting in 5th place. You know, we're watching it right now. He's trying to go around the lap car. Good sportsmanship by the lap car. Now, folks, I gotta throw this out. We got 9 to go. Obviously, the last lap, 107 ends it. Lap 104, a caution. If a caution was to come out, that would end it. But that's my next one is, it's been caution free from green to the end.
Yeah, man, that pace car's got a full tank, man, and it looks like he's just been sitting on pit road. He ain't had nothing to do because these guys have been putting on a great show. It's been a great race. Sim500.com, man, they do a great job, and it's a pleasure to be here watching this race with you and being up here in the booth, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, watching old Malik up front us, he's got that 6.2 seconds lead right there. Mike Kelly, though, he's in that man with the Tonka machine, looking good. Stefan in 3rd. You got old Byron, and if old Stefan stays in 3rd, we'll definitely get a shot at how I'm messing his name up probably the whole entire race, but we'll definitely get an idea of, well, how to pronounce it, or I will anyways.
I think it's definitely Stefan Marinac. That's what I would say. Okay. I'm pretty good with names, but yeah, I'm not Jay always Weezy. Right, you know? Just like the 42, Junior Baborama. That's what I would say. Junior,
what now?
Baborama.
All right, sounds good to me. I'll go along with it. Baborama.
I'm having a little trouble with the 64, Michael Priester. Priester.
Yeah.
Priester.
I'll just go with
there
Michael.
It is, Joe.
Priester? All right, we'll just say with Michael. Well, we got 6 laps to go, man. I tell you, yeah, awesome. 6 laps to go here. We're at the Sim500 WCIparts.com Truck Series, live from Homestead, Miami here tonight. And definitely it's been a very, very good race. Green flag. No caution. Caution free so far. And cross our fingers, we're still not done. Could be a caution here, but definitely so far from the green flag to now, it has been caution free. And what we're watching here, because this is the season finale, 4 drivers. That man right there, Mike Kelly, the top man running. But if he looks in his rear view mirror, he's got trouble brewing. A 41 of E.J. O'Rourke. And if E.J. O'Rourke passes him before this one's over, guess what? That's for the championship. So the battle we're seeing, Gerald, is for the championship.
Yeah, with 4 to go and only 2 tenths back, he's definitely got a shot. He's did a great job walking down the 2 of Mike Kelly. So Mike Kelly's probably definitely a little bit nervous as he's seen that 41 get a little bit bigger every lap. And it looked like the 41 was headed to the inside, and he decided to wait one more lap. But he can't wait too many laps here. We're going to be coming to 3 to go after this lap here. So it's going to be phenomenal chase battle here, man, for the championship as he's looking inside as they go into 3.
Yeah, they go side by side, folks. This right here, and it's pretty simple math. Whoever finishes in front of who, they're the champ. Well, right there you go. 2 of the chase contenders, the top 2 contenders, Mike Kelly and the Tonka machine. He's got 3 more laps to hang on, and when I say hang on, he's hanging on for dear life because the 41 puts his nose on the inside coming down the back stretch. He's going to try it one more time. We're going to see. And you got to remember, both of these guys are on very, very long old tires. Well, let's see if that inside, they go door to door banging.
Yeah, man, and that's a perfect thing for the 41 to do is push him up the track a little bit, letting him know, hey, I'm here. You got to give me some room. And Mike Kelly knows that, hey, he came from a long ways back, so he's pretty fast. And it's going to be hard to hold somebody off that's that fast. Especially with 2 to go, actually 1.5 now. So good job for the 41 to take that lead there at 2 to go.
Yes, he did. 2 to go. Actually, we were watching on the one side as Malik Ray out front just took the white flag. So we're going to follow him on the one side. We're going to follow this battle here on the other as they come around for the final time here tonight for the WCIparts.com Truck Series race here, season finale. And that man, the 41, all he has to do is hang on, Gerald, for the final lap coming down the backstretch, and he's the champ because Malik Ray right now is coming out of turn 4. He's going to take the checkered flag tonight. We're watching this battle, though, coming around. That 41, he's got to just hang on to it one more time. What do you think?
I think he's celebrating already, Joe. He's coming across that line with his hands in the air on the radio, thanking his team and everybody. And speaking of that, man, I'd like to say, hey, all my thoughts and prayers to everybody that got hit by that earthquake, man. Here at OSR Network, we like to show our love to the community, and that's one way. Everybody that was affected by the hurricanes and the earthquakes, man.
Yeah,
thoughts
absolutely.
And
Yeah, definitely. I want to put thoughts and prayers because we're here in Florida, and Florida's the one getting beat up the most down there. Well, it was an awesome race. Caution-free from the first lap to the end lap here tonight. But that man, Malik Ray, will take it home. Victory. And the 41 of E.J. O'Rourke makes a pass with 3 to go on Mike Kelly to take the championship here at the Sim500 WCIparts.com Truck Series. I just don't know what else to say, but just wow, what a race, what a lot of professionalism, and just it was awesome.
Yeah, man, I mean, these guys did a great job at Sim500.com. This league, this race, I mean, everything about it was A1, especially being up here to witness it here with you, Joe. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me. And thanks Sim500.com for having me up here with you. And hats off to the 41, man. Phenomenal job by him to walk him down from 2 seconds back and pass him with 2 to go. And congratulations to Malik Ray for taking home this win tonight.
Absolutely. We'll wait for these guys to file in here to the team speak so we can get a talk in with our top 3 men. That would be Malik Ray, Brian Daly, Stefan there, and E.J. O'Rourke, who is the champ here tonight. But we do have Stefan in here. He's down there waiting. So, Gerald, I'll let you get a word in with him, our third place man tonight.
Stefan Marinac, this is Gerald West and OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
How you doing, bud, man? I mean, y'all put on a phenomenal job, dude. The pace car stayed on pit road the whole race. It was green flag from start to finish. A lot of great racing out there. Some different pit strategies and a championship trophy tonight. But all in all, it was a phenomenal race to watch. You had all the viewers out there excited. And what'd you think about your race and how'd the truck feel?
Yeah, we had a pretty good race. I started I think 14th, and just throughout the race kept moving up through every pit stop, and managed to save the tires at the end and got a 3rd place, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's always good, man, to finish in 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. Usually 1st is the better spot, but 3rd will work, and I've been there myself. But you did a great job out there, man, and you know, all our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody down there in Florida there, so I'd like to say that to you, and I hope everybody's safe, and you did a phenomenal job out there. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for your finish tonight?
Yeah, you can check out Mach 1 Racing Graphics, and thanks to the University of Florida for being on my car. Go Gators.
Absolutely, man. Go Gators. I'm not a Gator fan, but I got a lot of friends that are Gator fans, and I appreciate y'all having me up here in the booth, and good job out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, well, it's a happy guy right there, Stefan, man. Definitely doing some awesome things here, and definitely want to be I know he's got to be happy about his finish. Well, we got the champ down there, but I also want to bring up a man here, Joe Hudson. We was talking about him throughout the whole entire race. He was running the WCIparts.com machine out here. Let's bring him up here and I'm going to talk in with him. Joe Hudson, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. Sure do. Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, Joe, man, had a, probably not the night you was definitely looking for, but not a bad run coming out of here in 10th place here. But we want to definitely send a thank you from the Sim500, myself here at OSR Network, for letting us come up here and do this for the WCIparts.com Truck Series. The phenomenal job you do down there in the admin booth, and for the sponsorship. Nice looking truck out there, by the way. How was your race, and how was everything out there tonight?
It was a good race. Anytime we can go caution free, it's fun to me. I enjoy it when we get spread out and, people have to manage their tires and strategy comes in. And it's, a testament to everybody in the race tonight. 29 guys, we ran without a caution. So great way to end the season. Can't thank my boss, Bobby Roos at WCI Parts, for helping me all year and putting up a nice prize for the champion. Congratulations to EJ Rourke. Thank you guys in the booth, and we'll keep digging and try again next time.
Absolutely. And talking about the prize, I forgot to mention that I believe it's a $65 prize or something like that.
Yeah, it's every little bit helps. I don't think it's going to throw EJ into another tax bracket or anything, but it's hell. We are all out here racing for pride. We'd do it for nothing just to beat the guy in front of you.
Absolutely. Well, Joe, man, as always, awesome race. Awesome to be able to call this thing. And like you said, I know EJ down there very happy, along with Malik Ray pulling a victory off here tonight. Good 10th place finish out of you out there. And, man, I tell you, let's get back down there at the admin ability duties. Want to just get you up here, tell you, hey, it was an awesome job. Thank you for the admin in this league and for the sponsorship out there at WCIparts.com.
Thank you guys for broadcasting. We look forward to moving this thing ahead in the future, and hope to see everybody back again. Not too upset with 10th. When you look at those other 9 guys in front of me, they're all champions in their own right. So we'll just keep practicing, and hopefully one day they'll know who we are.
Absolutely. There you go. I'll tell you what, that was Joe Hudson, the main man. I'll tell you what, Gerald, I'm going to let you run down to victory lane there and talk to Malik Ray, our main man here tonight, who won the race.
Yeah, I'm down here in victory lane here with Malik Ray. Hey, Malik, this is Gerald West up in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you today?
Man, you did a great job out there getting on and off pit road. I mean, I think you gained 3 spots on your first stop, and on your second stop, you come out ahead of the 51 there. And y'all had a nice battle, a little door-to-door there. It looked like y'all had a little contact, but no harm, no foul. And you came out with the lead there. It looked like it shot him down pit road, and he got him a little penalty there. But all in all, it was a great race, caution-free. Good showing for the last race, and you can't complain. How'd the truck feel, and what'd you think about your race tonight?
Honestly, I thought the set was fine, because normally I run 8, but I decided to run 12 because normally this week's sets are a little bit on the tighter side. But as far as like the set and being able to pass people. I thought the set was fine. I was able to pass people high, low, middle. I mean, you could like put the set where you wanted to, and it made it a lot easier to pass people.
Absolutely, man, and I've ran with you plenty of times, and you're mighty fast and very respectful out there on the track, and you managed to bring it home in first tonight, and congratulations to you and from everybody here at OSR Network. And is there anybody you'd like to thank for your win tonight here at Homestead Miami?
All of the admins for putting on this series. This has been fun. I haven't really been racing in this series, but I've been racing in Sim500, and it's just a good league, and I'm happy that EJ won.
Yeah, he did a great job, man. My hat's off to EJ. He did a phenomenal job there. He made the pass with 2 to go there to bring home that championship, and really congratulations to you. Good way to end the season, bringing home that win tonight, and we appreciate the show y'all put on for us, and we'll see you next time, bud.
All right, no problem, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a happy camper right there, Malik Ray. Definitely happy for his man there. Well, Gerald, man came in fourth tonight, made a pass with 3 to go. He did everything he had to do here tonight to solidify himself in history here at the Sim500, WCIparts.com. And with 3 to go, made a move that, well, these words will ring for him till the season starts again. EJ O'Rourke, the champ, is here. How does that sound?
That's unbelievable. With 15 to go, I didn't think it was going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. I just started reeling Mike Kelly in, and I knew based off the previous run, I was going to catch him late in the run. So I didn't think it was going to happen. He was 2.5 seconds ahead of me, but wow.
Absolutely. We saw you reeling him in. I was watching the lap times out there, and I thought at first I was like you. I thought, well, okay, Mike's got it. He's way out front, not making it. Next thing I know, here comes the 41, and it was a battle. And I thought it was going to just, be a battle. And y'all went up there side by side. What was going through your mind when you did catch him?
I had a great spotter in Justin Fuller and giving me some lap times and coaching me on what to do. I did not want to have contact to decide that. So I just I didn't want to overdrive. I knew he was pushing pretty hard, so I did not want to catch him through the center. I want to try to beat him off the corner. So just sat behind him, and hopefully he made a mistake. And once I got to his inside, I drove it in and tried to beat him to the center and back to the gas, and it worked out with 2 to go.
Well, absolutely. Well, we definitely want to say this here from OSR Network, from the Sim500, because tonight the Sim500 WCIparts.com champion in the Truck Series, EJ O'Rourke, here at Homestead. The champ is here. You got anybody out there you definitely want to thank for that?
Gary Mercer Trucking for sure. The Chevrolet ran really good tonight all season. We were able to win the last 2 races of the regular season with Bristol and Michigan. So to go into the chase with some momentum was important. And we ran strong all season, and to be able to close it off is cool. I can't thank all these guys at Sim500 and all the admins and WCI Parts for putting on this series. I don't know. I mean, Joey Katina was up there at the beginning of the race. I mean, going for the championship. He was right with me. And, Mike Kelly and Chad showed up. We were, pretty much 3 wide, middle portion of the race. That was pretty much anyone's up for grabs at one point during the race.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, a lot of the chase contenders threw out from the green flag on. And obviously being a full green flag run here from the green to the checkered, no caution-free race. Phenomenal job on y'all's end here. It definitely was one that it was a handful, and it was a nail biter to the end there, especially the pass with 3 to 4 to go. You made there on Mike, and we knew the math was easy. Whoever finished in front of who was the champ. And tonight, EJ O'Rourke, you are the champ here for the WCIparts.com Truck Series. Congratulations again.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. I got to thank all these guys over here at Sim500, and what you guys do every week. It's really cool. It'll settle in for sure tomorrow, I hope. It's a really neat thing to call myself a champion in this league. It's very tough to beat some of these guys, and to go 107 laps green flag with 30 trucks is impressive in itself.
Well, yes, it is. Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations from Homestead. Myself here at Sim500. EJ O'Rourke, champ here tonight. Well, Gerald, I tell you, wow, that's pretty much about solidifies that, because, like you said, It was caution-free here at Homestead, the Sim500 here with the WCIparts.com season finale. And again, we saw it with 3 to 4 to go there. E.J. O'Rourke made the pass on Mike Kelly to make him the champ here. Malik Ray did what he had to do after Justin Fuller had the problems he had early on in the race, dominating earlier on. But Malik Ray just held constant, put it out there. Gerald, man, you got any final words for this one?
Yeah, I mean, phenomenal race for everybody, and congratulations to the champion. You know, he's probably singing, "We are the champion." He's going to celebrate with that money. He wins him some money, and he's going to have him a few drinks. And it was great to be here tonight with you, Joe. And I mean, caution-free, great way for Sim500.com to finish out the season. I had an awesome time up here calling this race with you, Joe.
Myself here. Well, as always, I want to appreciate the Sim500 letting me call this race here tonight. And OSR being here. I hope all the viewers and the fans out there, again, congratulations to Malik Ray pulling off the victory here, and to E.J. O'Rourke for being the champ here, and to all the sponsors, Joe Hudson out there, to WCIparts.com. Well, for myself here and Gerald West up in the booth, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you again on Friday.